Welcome to our reading, friends. This week we're going to be pulling from the Everyday Witches Tarot and the Sacred Traveler's Oracle. Some of you have seen this. So I trust this message finds you in its perfect timing. We are moving through the sun in Virgo and the moon in Cancer. So we have a beautiful sextile flowing there between the sun and the moon, the conscious and the subconscious, unconscious mind. The sun in Virgo, so it deals with our everyday life routines, our health, our body, what we're putting into our body, our exercise routines, our activity of how we're moving our body and keeping up with what it needs, nurturing our body. It's super important for Virgo energy to just take care of the physical vehicle that we are in. And that also is a reflection within our mental consciousness. Virgo deals with the mind and is mercurial in nature. It is ruled by Mercury, night house Mercury, if you go by the more ancient attributions to the signs from the planets, where Gemini would be day house Mercury. So knowing that, it is very important to take care of the cycles and flow in the everyday life, in the body and in the mind, reflecting back and forth as they are intimately connected, as we know. So our first card, I'll just jump right in, is we have the Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups. And this to me is pretty self-explanatory. This is bringing to the table what you need in your life, for yourself, for your surroundings, for your emotions. What is it that you need to nurture, heal, soothe, feed yourself, feed your emotions, to take care of yourself? This is a very caring, nurturing card. It is water of the court cards. So each suit is a element, right? So you have fire for wands, water for cups, air for swords, and earth for pentacles. But within each of the suits, the court cards represent fire, water, air, and earth. So the kings are fire, the queens are water, the prince is air, and the princesses or pages are earth. So therein you have the attributions of the sub-elements. So water of water. The next card that we got is the Page of Pentacles. So this came up in one of our past readings recently, is about charting your map forward. What are the tools that you require to go forward? This is a super Virgo card, I think so. Virgo is about the tools as well. What tools do we need on the pathway? How do we organize and align ourselves? What are the details? A lot of times Virgos won't start things until they have all the tools necessary. But sometimes we can start gathering the tools that are necessary for the first step. And as we do that first step, we will attain the tools, sometimes in very interesting, unexpected ways. And I say that as yes, you can go out and get them, but sometimes you're presented or you're gifted with tools that you don't even realize or know how you're going to get when you're looking at a project or something that seems very grandiose. Or you just, I don't know how I'm going to do this, but taking those steps and don't getting overwhelmed by the big picture, moving forward incrementally. Yes, it's important to know all the tools you need for the whole project, but don't get caught up in the details that you never start, is what I'm trying to say. So, and then the next card is the Judgment card. So to me, I'm hearing take discerning action on where you want to go, what you want to do. And again, this is a major arcana card. Major arcanas are spiritual forces acting in our life. This is the fire card of the major arcana, known by has the Hebrew letter Shin attribute. Wow, I'm having like a verbal thing. Mercury goes direct on Wednesday, which is probably the day that you will see this video. So I'm recording this on Tuesday night, so you'll probably see it on Wednesday. So Mercury will be going direct, it'll be stationed direct. So that's kind of cool. Venus moves into Libra on Thursday. So we're finishing up Venus in Virgo right now. She's at 28 degrees Virgo. She is conjuncting my Jupiter. So that's a really cool thing right now. But yes, I digress. What judgments are you taking in your life? How are you moving forward, taking action? Sometimes it's good to be fiery about it moving forward in a pure, fiery, inspirational spark way, not in an aggressive, domineering, overpowering way, but moving forward with your inspiration of life. And I also feel like I'm seeing the tetrahedron. So in Kabbalah, and the letter Shin is fire, like I said before, but there's 4 types of fire. So you have the tetrahedron, and you have solar fire, you have terrestrial fire, and you have astral fire. These are 3 types of fire that we use in everyday life as we move forward to grow, to tear down, and to inspire. And they're different aspects. So fire of fire, air of fire, and water of fire. But the 4th fire is the one that is underlying. It's that latent heat that rises up from the bottom, from beneath, and from the surface level. And it is all the excess, the dross. It's just the stuff that burns off that we no longer need. So as we are going through our initiations, we might say by fire, doesn't have to be negative aspect. What are we burning off that we no longer need, that we're allowing to just flow off of us, maybe as we're heating? Same kind of idea in a way of a sauna, where you have those hot rocks and you're like sweating out the toxins. It's that excess, that latent stuff that's beneath the surface that's being cleared. That's what I'm kind of seeing with this. It's very fascinating to study the aspects of fire, especially in the Judgment card. If you're interested of working with fire more in a constructive, productive way, look up the Kabbalistic aspects of the Judgment card, the letter Shin, and the different types of fire. The next card is the Ten of Swords. Ten of Swords, of course, is overwhelmment by the mind, a ruin, a disintegration, a destruction of the mind, and the overpowering of thoughts. So keep that in mind, not to go there in your mind. Keep that in mind. Don't let our thoughts overwhelm us and take us down. And if you do start to feel that, how can you tend to your body and soothe your body and calm the body? Because as the body calms down, a lot of times the mind will too. So one thing that I do when I find my body and my mind is like, rah, is I work on my root chakra. So the Sanskrit for the root chakra is Lam. And a lot of times I will say, I'll do the chant Lam, I'll do it like that, but also do Lam, I am safe. Lam, I am at home. Lam, I am secure. Lam, and like it, obviously it's not that mechanical. And you could look it up too, the different Sanskrit chants for the root chakra, but I find that really grounds me. Also, the Hawaiian prayer, the Ho'oponopono, I hope I said that right, Ho'oponopono prayer, I find, or something of the sort, similar, of, I'm sorry, please forgive me, I love you, I bless you, I thank you, in a chant form is very clearing and neutralizing to situations, to the mind, to the thoughts, to emotions. So find what works for you in neutralizing the frequencies of the mind and the body that may get off kilter. So I invite you to explore that. The last card is the High Priestess. So when the High Priestess comes up, that is us being called, sorry for the glare, to look at our intuition and connect in with what's being revealed to us. There are things that could be hidden that we're meant to explore deeper and we're meant to expand on. And I'm hearing write down these things so that you can remember and explore them later on as we continue to move through these seasons. We're starting to move towards a time of internal exploration. We have the fall equinox or autumnal equinox in less than, is it less? Yeah, less than a month. So keep that in mind. We're moving towards that equal time of power, equal time of day and night, equal balance between the masculine and feminine energies and elements and seasons on the planet in either hemisphere, if I said that right. So once the autumnal equinox we traverse through the autumnal equinox, we will be moving into the more internal, feminine, receptive aspect of nature if you are in the northern hemisphere, and then vice versa. If you're in the southern hemisphere, you'll be moving towards the more masculine, extroverted, external, solar energies of nature. So keep that in mind. What are we learning? What are we growing? We're also going through the waning phase of the moon right now. So looking to see I'm seeing what light is revealing the things that are more in the shadows or what we didn't see before, so that we can move forward with clarity, especially with Mercury going direct, stationary direct on Wednesday. I forgot, I want to say it's the 27th or maybe the 28th. I don't remember my days right now, my numbers, but we will have that going on. Also, there's an opposition between Venus and Neptune, so keep that in mind. Keep things clear. There also can be an exchange between the two planets, which could be really beautiful, but then at the same time, not getting overly like, oh, it's this big facade, and getting caught up in the illusion. But you also can create from the imagination, so keep that in mind. And then the following day, I want to say it's on Thursday, we have a trine between Venus and Pluto. So that could be a beautiful aspect to bring empowerment to the feminine and rebirth between the Pluto energies of power, and that structure of rebirth and transformation. So keep that in mind as well. So again, thank you for staying with me, as I know this was a little bit longer reading. And if you'd like to book a reading, please feel free to let me know. I am doing astrology readings now, so those are about an hour, and I'm really loving them. I'm looking into the transits that are hitting the charts, your natal chart right now, and how that might be affecting you in a way of growth, of inspiration, of structure. So it's really fun, and I'm finding when I'm doing it, people are just really loving it. So let me know if you're interested in an astrology reading. And of course, I do the tarot and oracle cards as well. Sending you so much love and so much blessings, and I will see you next week.